we have a full-size crowd inside the One Arena in 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒, Rizal, as we bring you the main attraction for tonight. Two teams will look to make an early impression here in the 8th season, and we'll see the homecoming of 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 Rizal's very own Mix Pascual, who had a solid campaign his rookie year with the Sarangani tenacity. He goes up against Mr. Suame, Katawid bayan lang from Marikina. We have Deo Timajo, who is also from San Mateo, Rizal, and that should be a fun matchup on our guard spots. We have Sarangani versus Marikina dito sa 8th season ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Pangilinan with Coach Juanito Gregorio. And Coach, parehong kupunan, no? Did not make the playoffs last season. So obviously, marami silang gustong gawin as they try to improve or their finish.
Well, obviously, you can see them both retool. No, may mga dinagdag na mga pangalan. You see here on the side of Sarangani, our co-league, Andre Duremdes will now be playing for Sarangani. You look at the side of Marikina, a lot of big names. Louis Vigil, Renzo Navarro, 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 as well will be playing for Marikina. So, you know that these teams want to compete back, getting back in rhythm. So, maganda ang competition natin to start today.
At syempre, batiin natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, on Solar Sports, and on Top Sports. And now we introduce again ang ating courtside reporter, Miss Lyra Punsalan. Lyra, ang daming tao dito sa ating venue. We've seen some homegrowns sa ating first two games, but there's a lot of buzz coming in for one player who's coming in para dito sa Sarangani.
That is right, Ken and Juanito. Alam niyo ba, hindi lang ako ang nagbabalik din sa Sarangani squad at sa hometown niya, si Mix Pascual. Banners up, love overflowing, and rightfully so for the pride of 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒. Double-double performance lang naman ang pinakita niya sa preseason, and talaga namang pinakita niya that he's here for a reason. He's here to stay, and talagang hindi siya nawawala ng focus to prove why 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 loves him back. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And well, the pride of 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 looks to impress in front of the home crowd. Pero pag-usapan natin yung kanyang kupunan, itong Sarangani tenacity, Coach Juanito, because last season, they were in the cusp of making it to the play-in tournament. Dikit-dikit sila dyan ng Davao Occidental, Cebu, even Muntinlupa. And some of the guys that were part of the team, kasama pa rin, like Lars Sunga, still there, Koy Alves, King Destacamento. But meron din mga bagong pyesa, no, na dapat abangan para dito sa kanyang kupunan.
Well, yes, you know, they added a few guys. Shadi Rangel is now going to be playing there. Andre Duremdes is a good addition. Tricky Pormingan is actually an addition I like for this team. But this is actually a team that competes and they fit well with each other. Pero meron lang mga game na talagang hindi nila kaya yung firepower ng kalaban. But talk about firepower, we're excited to see Andre back and playing. We haven't seen him in a year. So we're just happy for our colleague Andre to be back and playing.
And also, Leland Estacio, fresh off his stint for UST, kasama dyan sa kanilang lineup. On the other side, Coach Juanito already touched on this. Marikina has retooled their roster. Louis Vigil played for Gensan in the preseason. Now with Marikina, si 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐒 kabilang din dyan. David Licauco is not in uniform. Obviously, maraming tao nag-abang sa kanya dito. Pero this lineup could be a dark horse in a loaded North Division.
You know, you look at the holdovers para dito sa Marikina. Joe Melandayan is still there. Jetro Escoto is still there. Deo Timajo is still there. These are the three guys that has been carrying them all towards their fight. But now you add in big names. 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐒, Louis Vigil. You add in Renzo Navarro. You add in Lander Cannon. You add in guys that knows how to win. And if you will put the pride of these homegrowns with the experience of these added names, nakakatakot ang talagang addition. Of course, David Licauco, eventually, when he gets allowed to play, will be a good addition para sa team na to.
Ang pambansang Ginoo in civilian clothes muna. Pero itong laban na ito should be a fun one between Sarangani tenacity and the Marikina Shoe Masters. Punta na natin si Richard Tampos to introduce our starting lineups.
Good evening. We are live on Solar Sports and YouTube channel, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. The Sarangani 10 Act will take on Marikina Bigsburger. here at the One Arena, Cainta, Rizal, Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 8. Let's meet the starting five. First for Sarangani, 10 Ak. Playing center number 22, Chadi Rangel. At guard number 16, Ivan Ludovice. Forward number 13, 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴. Also at forward number 9, Leyland Estacio. At guard number 12, your very own from Barangay San Roque, Migs Pascual. The head coach is Master J.K. John Calios, assisted by Gilbert Cole, Bonnie Garcia, Josh Inocentes, Jock Labrador, and Jeff Cleopas. The team manager is architect Andrew Bellarmino. Team executives, JP Digno and Charles Tan.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas.
Now for Marikina, Biggs Burger. At guard number 2, Ace Chamson. At forward number 13, Jeff Habilionar. Point guard number 14, Jetro Escoto. Playing center number 34, Lander Cannon. And at forward number 18, your very own from Barangay San Juan, Louis Vigil.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa.
They are led by Angelo Nebres with Carlo Tumacas, Mong Basco, Mel Gascon, Robin Zapanta, and Jello Olermo. Coaching consultant, Bam Ledesma, the team managers, Michael Gonzalez, and Doc
Starting
Rianji
five brought to you by
Pioquinto.
Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Sarangani Tenacity with Ivan Ludovice and Mix Pascual at the guard spots. At center, Chadi Rangel. Forward spots, Leyland Estacio and 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴. Para naman sa Marikina, Biggs Burger, Jetro Escoto, Ace Lamson, Lander Cannon, Louis Vigil, and Jeff Habilionar. Referees for this ball game are Edmar Alves, Joshua Tiberio, Sherwin Mina. Fourth referee is Manuel Binondo. Tip. Tapped out actually by Chadi Rangel. So Marikina will open up with the possession. So Escoto will trigger it in. Yamson, catch and shoot. And you notice dito sa lineup ng Sarangani, they have a tall front line consisting of Chadi Rangel, 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴, and Leyland Estacio, who's fresh off
Yes.
a stint with the USD Ground
Actually,
Tigers.
very long front line. You were right. Chadi Rangel at 6'7". 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐴 is at 6'6", and Estacio at 6'4". This is a very lengthy front court. And the Mix Pascual is not short as well.
Running start for Biggs Ludovice, also from Pinangonan, Rizal. Estacio leaning in, bank shot no good. Escoto comes away with a rebound. Pasa kay Tiamson, bagyang na libre, extra feed, Louis Vigil for free, book it!
You know, Louis Vigil really needs the ball for him to be able to operate. I didn't really see him do that with Jensen in the preseason, but now he will get a big role here in Marikina, and right away he gets the 3 on his first shot for his new team.
Tubong San Juan, Cainta, Louis Vigil forcing his way in, off the glass, tough shot.
Always has been the strength of Louis Vigil. The way he controls his body even on a top angle. 5 straight points para kay Louis to start the ball game.
Yamzon, pasa palabas, Escoto got cut off by Ludovice. Leaning in, however, and scoring. And 7-0 start para sa Marikina Biggs Burger.
I think this is going to be the advantage that they got a big role last year. Itong si Escoto, si Timajo, at saka itong si kanilang guards. Because now that you add in a lot of additions, you still have the confidence that you know that you can contribute to your lineup.
Vigil got clipped in the arm by a former USD Growling Tiger himself, Leyland Estacio. Caught with a push. And
Leland Estashan will be playing up against his kuyas in Louis Vigil and Ed Nakiwag. A lot of former Growling Tigers here with us.
Kahit yan si Jetro Escoto, former UST Tiger
Oh yeah,
Cup yan.
I forgot.
Kampi niya sila Jacob Cortez, Bismarck Lina, Louis Vigil, 3 free throws, pasok yung una. And also, yung coach nila, si Coach Angelo Nebres, was actually a teammate of Renzo Zobido before. Gulat na ako eh.
That is in UST.
Yes, it's UST. Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Vigil, also a former JRU junior bomber. Sablay yung pangatlo. Lane violation called against Marikina. But they are up 9-0, prompting an early timeout by Coach John Calios with 8:13 left. Almost 2 minutes gone by, and the first will be back after the short break.
Sama in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back into the game. One kind of business can be and one must steal. That way is going to even up the game. 9 in the final quarter of the game. Can they make magic? White Lounge wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. It's Pascual, daming fans niya dito. By the way, gusto ko lang i-shoutout ang kanyang skills trainer. Nanonood din ngayon, nandyan sa bandang itaas. Real Game PH, si David Licauco. Sayang, straight clothes. Excited pa naman siya kahapon na maglaro. No? Just going back, skills coach ni Mix Pascual, si Rian Santos. Si Leonard Estacio, finally getting Sarangani on the board with that floater.
Actually a good play for Leland Estacio, but adjustment right away on the side of Sarangani. They knew that kailangan nila mag-adjust on the side of speed. Danny Marilao is now inside the court.
Estacio stepping into a three, short, bit flat on that shot. Ahead, Louis Vigil. He will use his left hand to finish up that fast break.
And Louis Vigil already with 9 points in the first 2.5 minutes of the ball game. We're talking about talent and just skills in terms of scoring. Louis Vigil is that guy for you para dito sa Marikina.
Pass intended to Ranchel, turnover against Sarangani. Vigil steps into a three, too strong. And the ball going back to Sarangani.
A little heat check coming from Louis Vigil. He also felt that.
Fast break the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Louis Vigil 9 points. First 3 minutes of the ball game. And he is still perfect.
Saan kaya marami ding taga-UST dito sa Marikina? Kasi si Coach Bam Ledesma, assistant yan ni Coach Pido eh. Oh! 3-point shot, kakapasok lang. Carlo Escalambre puts it in, plus a foul.
As I always like Carlo whenever he gets in the court, instant energy. Not usually a starter to Carlo Escalambre, pero he always knows how to contribute right away. It's either playing good defense, getting the three, or getting them a basket just like that. And it's a good way for them to start. Carlo Escalambre with a basket from the three.
Just like that. From 9 points down to 5 because of that 4-point play. 3 minutes gone by in quarter number 1. Nakasona ngayon ang Sarangani, 2-3 zone. Lob inside, Cannon, entry pass. Pass back out to the corner. Escoto cannot convert from downtown. Pascual. Steps into a three, straight but short. Inside, Chadi Rangel puts it back up and in.
Too long, too strong. It's Chadi Rangel. No one was able to box him out, able to get that offensive rebound for that quick two.
Apilionar could not finish around the basket. Pascual. Pass to Carlo Escalambre. Catch and shoot three. Cannon with a rebound. Escoto now. Gives it up to Louis Vigil. Down low, there was a foul.
It's gonna be yung Carlo.
Capillonar at si Escalambre yung nagkabanggaan doon.
These are two tough guys, so talagang no one will back out from each other.
Escalambre will pick up a foul. Pinaltan muna si Jetro Escoto ni Jomel Landayan. Ito, posisyonan sa loob.
It's a pull and a push. So, tanong lang on who initiated the contact. Ball will stay with Marikina, so they'll call it on Escalambre.
Actually, Sarangani, in the midst of an 8-2 run before that free from the left corner by 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒.
You know, we want to see 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 actually explode here in the MPBL. The teams he has gotten to, he has not really gotten a lot of minutes. So, might be a good time for 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 to see his former prowess.
Check that. That was a long two. Just a 5-point lead for Marikina. Steal by Ludovice. Got it back by Chadi Rangel. Pascual finally drills in a three.
They're looking for that outside shot. That is his main weapon, that three-pointer. Itong si Mix Pascual, he has been closed out, but on that running game, 4 versus 3, someone was left open, and it was Mix Pascual.
Takiwag around the same spot. Different result, but Capillonar with the offensive rebound and put back.
Well, Jeff Capillonar has always been a workhorse. Alam mo na talagang tatrabaho sa ilalim. Continues to box them out. Was able to get the second chance points para sa Marikina.
15-11 past the midway point of the first. Ludovice, Marilao at si Landayan. Oops! Capillonar in the fray.
When you look at the names, Capillonar, Marilao, these are tough guys.
Yeah.
Na they would never back out from each other, from the physicality, from words. Talagang lalaban at lalaban tong mga to.
I like how Ivan Ludovice rather, got in between them immediately. Hindi na nagpang-abot. Ayun, Okay.
Masaktong face-to-face.
Wala naman, ano lang, usap lang na
Yes.
maanghang.
Some clarification with intensity. Intensity 8.
Ang usapan nila, ano ba, akala natin lilibre mo Big's Burger mamaya.
Sabi ko sa'yo, bukas pa eh. Hindi na sila nagkaintindihan.
Seriously though, these are two of the tough as nails guys here in the league.
Replacing Chadi Rangel.
Undersized bigs that play their heart out. Jeff Capillonar, Danny Marilao. Alam mo, hindi ko matantanan yung burger na yun. Parang nakakatakam kasi Big's Burger.
At saka ang laki ng poster eh.
Di ba?
Ang laki ng poster. Tapos ayaw man lang tayo padalhan.
Ni Coach Mel.
Coach Mel.
Kanina pa nakatayo doon, no?
Tama, kayo na pa dyan. At saka matagal na niya pinagyayabang yan. Pero hindi ko man lang matikman. So, Coach, puro kayabang. Sana man lang natikman namin ni Ken.
Alam mo bakit? Unahin lang nila si David Ligao. Dapat siya muna. Ito, si Ivan Ludovice, binapantayan maigi ni Jomel Landayan. This is a really fun matchup at the guard spot. Marilao, tight pass. Bola na agaw ni 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Pass to Jomel Landayan. Lob it inside. Destacamento smothers that ball. Coming away with the rejection.
Still the advantage of Sarangani on the inside. It's their length. Destacamento substituting para kay Rangel, yet almost still the same height.
Pasajeros running into traffic. There was a foul against Sarangani.
Nakameme kami ni Ken.
Ang dami naghihiyawan sa likod eh. Ha? Sino ba yung hinihiyawan nila? Palagi ko mamaya malalaman natin.
Hindi ba tayong dalawa?
Ayun!
Ayun!
Ay!
Nasagot ang tanong!
Ha?
Nasagot!
He was excited. He posted on his social
Actually, yes.
media that he was excited to play today. Yesterday, he said first game tomorrow. But unfortunately, meron pang mga kailangan ayusin. Maybe we'll find out more when Lyra interviews him in a bit.
It's gonna be a long season. Earlier, na-excite din kami kay Yumir Marshall. But
Oo.
hindi rin namin nakita. But he was in attendance as well as David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐔𝐒. So they're still not yet loaded on their lineups.
Rebound by this Sacramento. 16-11. Pascual. Another three-point shot. It will pop out. Now into the game for Sarangani is Andre Durembes.
He's going to be playing a little bit of a different position. Looks like he will be playing the 4 para dito sa Sarangani. We're
Yeah.
used to really seeing him playing the 3. But let's see if he can really showcase his game here for Sarangani.
Catches the pass. But unable to locate Ivan Ludovice. Turnover. Landayan. Ahead Ludovice off that steal by Escalambre. Back to Carlo, who scores in transition.
It's a good read coming from Ivan Ludovice. He saw that there was a tall guy trailing, trying to block him from behind. Slowed down, decelerated, able to find an open teammate. Trailing is Carlo Escalambre.
Running into trouble. Ito si Jomel Landayan. Nice setup job. The veteran guard Ludovice to Escalambre. And after being down 9-0, Sarangani manages to draw to within 3, 16-14.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan.
A lovely evening to our MPBL fans. What an honor na makakachika lang naman natin ngayong gabi. Walang iba kundi ang pambansang Ginoo, David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐔𝐒 in the house, mga kaliga. David, wow, from primetime screens to primetime game, what does it feel supporting Marikina tonight, and what can you say about the MPBL?
Well, I was really happy na nakita ko kasi yung hard work, yung sacrifice na nilagay ng team na to. And now na it's their first game, I'm really proud of them. And ayun, I just wish na kasama sana ako sa game today. But then, you know, like meron nang naging problem with my requirements. But in the next games, yeah, I'll be there.
Talagang inaabangan nga naman ng mga fans mo ang paglalaro mo. And as you can see, grabe yung reception ng crowd. Pwede mo bang i-share yung expectations mo playing in the future for MPBL?
To be honest with you, all my life, yung dream ko talaga was to become a basketball player. So now na I am given the chance to play again in this level, MPBL. Of course, I'm really grateful. I'm just super happy. And yeah, I'll be putting in the hard work. I have been practicing. So yeah, dream come true for me.
And we're excited to see more of that, David. Inaabangan ng fans mo to. What can you say to your supporters who are cheering you on kahit na hindi ka pa naglalaro ngayon?
To all my friends and supporters, maraming salamat sa suporta dito sa Kainta, dito sa Marikina team. Sobrang warm ng welcome nyo sa akin. So I just can't wait to give back, makapaglaro ng maayos para sa inyo.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, our pambansang Ginoo, David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐒. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, at si David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐒. Kaabang-abang ang kanyang debut dito sa MPBL. And alam mo, nakikita ko siya sa alumni leagues eh. He obviously graduated sa Grace Christian School. Then naglaro din for Benilde. So, if you followed his basketball career, he's a capable player, very competitive, and very interesting how he follows the footsteps of guys like Ronnie Alonte, Gerald Anderson. Gerald Anderson, especially when he played with Marikina.
Yes, this is where he started his whole career. And Gerald Anderson was producing good numbers. So he really set the bar high that even though you're an artist, you can go in and still compete at a high level. Ronnie Alonte did the same as well. Para sa Binyan, whenever he was in, he would produce a good 3 to 5 points in a short stint. So probably David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐔𝐒 can give you the same numbers na, but yet to see, not yet tonight, pero maybe in the near future.
Sa pag napapanood ko yun sa Chris, ano yan eh, pedal to the metal yan eh, si David 𝐒𝐿𝐋𝐔𝐒. As here we have King Destacamento putting that shot back up and in. Renzo Navarro is now in, hit a free earlier.
I think this is a great addition for Marikina for two things. He can control the basketball. You know that in terms of passing, he's one of the more elite guys who actually was once one of the number one assist guy in the MPBL. Number two, he can really shoot the three.
Yeah.
And we already saw one of those earlier, getting 1-3 in the ballgame.
Escalambre off that pass from Andre Durendes. They wave it off. It's an offensive foul, unfortunately, as he stuck out his leg on his way to the cup.
It's a knee up. I think that left knee. It's a good find by Andre. Pero ginamit na yung right foot. Also a good sell from Caseros, I may say. But yeah, there was an extension of that right leg for him to get some space.
Naka-flying kick. Tateshi. He played for Valenzuela before,
Yes.
now is part of the Marikina team. Tutsomo Tateshi.
Now we're talking about size. Rangel is 6'7", Destacamento is 6'6". Now you put in Tateshi, who is 6'10".
Right.
And that is size for you para dito sa Marikina.
Navarro, pass outside. Casajeros, straight away free.
Again, we're talking about what value can Renzo Navarro add for you. He really can create for anybody when he has that basketball. He sees a little opening para kay Casajeros. Split second, able to pass, able to make.
About a 6-second differential between shot and game clock. 10-point lead for Marikina. Besoyo. 5 on the shot lock. Clean strip. In stride, Louis Vigil will lay it in. 3 seconds left. Besoyo will heave it from half court. And that's gonna do it here in this pretty much offensive quarter, really. Galing dito sa Marikina Biggs Burger. Sarangani got to within 3, but Marikina finishing the quarter strong with this 13-4 run.
How excited am I for this combo, Renzo Navarro and Louis Vigil, two guys who are underrated, not talked about, not really given a lot of wins from their previous teams, but now they get an opportunity to play with each other, and we see it right away. They are leading by 12 to end the first quarter.
At siya nagtatapos nga yung ating unang yugto, 29-17, abante ang Marikina laban sa Sarangani.
Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League in its 8th season. Last year, Marikina did not reach the playoffs. But nung preseason, hindi rin naging maganda yung win-loss record. Pero there were signs that they might just flip the page entering this new year under Coach Angelo Nebres.
Well, you know, they were in the preseason. Let's talk about the preseason. It was really more of gaining experience for their homegrowns. It was not really this team yet. Wala pang Vigil, wala pang Dakiwag, wala pang Renzo Navarro. But you really see the fight in every homegrown. Deo Tamajo, Jomelandayan. So now that you add in the big names, I will not stop talking about this because you see the progress in the Marikina team at nakakatakot to kapag na-fit na nila sa isa't isa ang puzzle ng Marikina, and we do know how much pride these Mariqueños have whenever their team is playing.
Yeah, for sure. They have this lead against Sarangani. Renzo Navarro, nagtitimon para sa Marikina Biggs Burger. that staggered screen. We have 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 pumihit. Nahanap sa loob si Jeff Avillonar for two.
Each and every year, 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 continues to improve his game. We do know that he can score and take the three, but now he also shows us that he can create for others a beautiful spin to a drop pass coming from 𝐒𝐻𝐻e.
Biggest lead of the ball game at 14 points. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e. Shot fake, pass outside. 3-point shot is good for Leland Estacio.
They're really creating a lot of plays para kay Leland Estacio. He hasn't really been producing a lot, but expect him to be one of the more leading scorers para dito sa Sarangani.
𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 dumps it down low to Avillonar. Facing up, now backing down. Destacamento, back to Deo. Lost it, 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 against Louis Vigil, will slide in and score.
Not a lot of options on the side of Marikina. They were trying to make that split action work via a cut, pero na-negate ng Sarangani, able to get a steal is Estacio and eventually a 2-point shot.
Vigil thought about it. Switch by Brillantes, caught in an island against Louis Vigil. Pass outside, Avillonar. 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒, pumukol sa tres, malakas. Long rebound, saved but to the wrong guy. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e comes away with it.
So I decided to slow things down. No need for them to rush. They have been able to score these past few plays.
Another chance to cut this lead down. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e working on Louis Vigil. Brillantes providing the screen. Lock up, shoots, makes the three.
You know, Brian Lakap is always steady and ready for the three. And he was already ready on the corner for that kick out. And once it got to his hands, he was just ready to shoot it.
6 na lang ang lamang. Avillonar spacing out, way off target. Navarro picks it up, pinasaan si Louis Vigil, masyado ring malakas. Tatakbo dito ang Sarangani. Brian Lakap, dire-diretso. Muntik nang makapuntos pero may foul na itatawag laban sa Marikina.
When you're watching Brian Lakap, you really have to close down on the left side. That is his strong suit, either from shooting or driving.
Fast break the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Leland Estacio, bit off balance but manages to maintain control and score. Brian Lakap played last season with Valenzuela. Looks good on the first free throw. Former Mapua Cardinal. Coach John Calios. Sarangani, multiple times nalabangan sila ng malaki pero nakakabalik. Now, trimming the deficit to 4.
You actually look at the scoring this quarter, 10-2 in favor of Sarangani. They're doing it the right way, slowly but surely here in this quarter.
Vigil beginning to miss. Avillonar, sobra yun. At babalik ang bola sa Sarangani tenacity.
Nahihirapan ng Marikina on the inside. The size of Sarangani is just too much. We were talking about the starting five in Alves and Rangel. Now you put in Brillantes and Destacamento, almost the same height at 6'6" and 6'7".
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Binalik na si Jethro Escoto for Marikina. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e, nothing happened on that initial action. They reset their offense. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e, pass fake. Friendly bounce on that leader.
Well, they really trusted Alex 𝐒𝐻𝐻e on that play. Talagang binigyan ng screen, re-screen, able to drive and find a teammate.
Pulling up from around the free throw line, Jethro Escoto. Balik sa 6 ang lamang na Marikina. 𝐒𝐻𝐻e, Brillantes, Lakap, Destacamento at Leland Estacio magkakasama sa loob para sa Sarangani. Estacio catches the pass against Louis Vigil. This has been the matchup at that small forward spot. And Estacio beginning to find confidence. And he'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Estacio actually has 7 points and 3 rebounds already in this ball game. Pero kung papanoorin mo yung sistema ng Sarangani, they really are trying to create for Leland Estacio, either from the outside or give him driving lanes eventually, either single screens or drag screens or maybe even double screens for him to get open. So finally, he gets a driving lane here.
Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Leland Estacio. Matulis yung pangalawa. Oh, great job by Destacamento of keeping himself inbounds, picking up the offensive rebound. 3-point lead. Pwede pang matapisan yan at yun na nga ang ginawa ni Brian Lacap. Lead down to 1.
Again, we're talking about the left side of Brian Lacap. This guy is an elite left side attacker because he is a lefty. He didn't close down on the left side. He was able to get that layup.
Cannon. Tanging bodies with Brillantes. Nasa palabas kay Ace Camzon. Someone was parked too long down the lane. It's a 3-second violation against Marikina.
They tried to challenge the inside defense of Sarangani, but the size is too much. Just nothing you can do on the inside itong Marikina.
Halfway point of the second quarter. Chance for Sarangani to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Ludovice. Pinabantayan maigi ni Tiamzon. Ivan. Pinustahan si Destacamento. Bit out of his range. Ball almost stolen away by Lander Cannon. But only leaving a second on the shot clock. Or wait a minute. I think they will reset this.
Supposed to be 2, I think, but
2 or 3, no? I think drive ni Brian Lacap kanina. Shot clock winding down. So they'll put a little bit more time on the shot clock. But what do you like about how Sarangani has done here to catch up in the second quarter?
they didn't panic. You know, maybe Marikina was leading by a big margin, but they continued to trust their system. Eventually, they were able to find the shooters in Carlo Escalambre and Brian Lacap. Now they trusted Leland Estacio to do the scoring load for them. And eventually, nakahabol din sila the right way. And of course, their size is doing a good job in protecting the inside.
Catch and shoot, Destacamento, umalog palabas. Scoring this quarter has been heavily in favor of Sarangani, 15-4. Nakiwag. Pinasahan si Tiamzon using that Sarmiento pick. Skip pass. Intercepted by Lacap. Sidestep, Ludovice lost his balance, got it back. Lacap open, free. Short. Nakiwag the rebound. Escoto will set the table for Marikina. That's Ivan Ludovice. Coming off that elevator screen, Ace Tiamzon. Sarmiento. Inatake depensa ni Estacio.
To charge.
Running into his chest.
It's hard to do, to sacrifice your whole body for a charge. Pero ang ganda ng basa ni Estacio closing down on whatever lane there was for Sarmiento. And the referees are forced to call a foul.
And I really like what Estacio brings to the table for Sarangani. Such a big wing to put the ball on the floor to defend multiple positions. Sarap ng ganyan, para 6'2", 6'3", haba, kaya mag-dribble, kaya bumantay.
It reminds me a little bit of Joe Sanimes.
Oo,
Back in the day, playing
tama.
for Pasig, playing for Mapua. Parang ganon. I think this guy has a little bit more three-point touch, but he moves the same, he walks the same.
Sa swag, no?
Tsaka swag, exactly. I do miss watching Joe Sanimes.
He was a walking triple-double
That's
when
right.
he was playing for Mapua. Ludovice, muntik nang makawala. Pero it was off his leg turnover against Sarangani. But they had the right idea. Marikina is in penalty. They're trying to attack the rim. Sarangani on the flip side has done a great job of defending without fouling. Destacamento with another rebound. Estacio will not force it up. Now he goes right through his defender. And 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 this time. Two UST guys again going at it.
I don't know if it's just me, but that really looked like a Josa Nimes drive. That through the left, decelerates, and then eventually fishes for a foul. Parang ganun na ganun. And that is actually a very, that is actually a compliment to the game of Leland Estacio.
Parang sila, parang style nila Kyle Anderson.
Yes. Slow but steady.
Oh. Tabla na tayo, 33 all. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. There are just certain guys that plays with that kind of pace so effectively. And include Leland Estacio in that conversation. He gives them the lead for the very first time, 34-33. Si Canon, pinagpahinga muna dito. Si Yen Esguerra, also a former JRU heavy bomber, nasa loob na for the Big's Burger. Maging si Renzo Navarro. Navarro catches, fires. Masyadong malakas.
It's a good line for Renzo Navarro. Can't really give him that much space because this guy is an elite shooter.
Destacamento swings it to the Vice. Estacio feeling it. Bit flat on that shot, however. A push from behind against Sarangani.
And they have to find a way limiting Leland Estacio. He's getting most of the shots at already 8 attempts para dito kay Leland Estacio here in this ball game. So you do know that the system will heavily rely on Leland Estacio scoring for them.
Oops, challenge. Pwede. Pwede challenge. Coach's challenge requested by Coach John 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. He has some choice words with our game officials. And siyempre, alamin natin kung tama si Master JK sa aming pagbabalik.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kubunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
Upon review, the Sarangani's challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on number 32, Bien
Si
Brillantes.
Coach John 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐿𝐿. No more complaints this time around. So foul talaga eh. Kasi Bien Brillantes.
Yun.
Bumangga eh.
That shoulder bump. I mean, he got off balance, but it's still a good call. Might be unintentional.
Renzo Navarro finds R.R. Casajeros. They throw it away. Brian Lacap visibly upset. But more importantly, Sarangani, a chance to extend this lead. Estacio nasundutan sa likod. To stay with the tenacity.
It's really the inside where they're having a hard time. They only have 12 points in the paint of their 33. And again, it's the size of Sarangani.
Corner exit, lock up, shot fake against 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Two lefties going at it. Stepping back, lock up. Jumper, no good. Rebound, 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Navarro. What a pass. Free for a free. Masyado lang off to the left from Esguerra. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 pumukol. Puts it in.
Off the swing, someone was bound to get open. On the middle was 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒, and he's the last guy you want to leave open for this team.
Nice to see him back. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Binawi naman ni Brian Lacap with a three of his own.
And Brian Lacap has been red hot this quarter. This is 10 points all in the second quarter para dito kay Brian Lacap.
Renzo Navarro. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 to 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Bit of a small lineup right now for Marikina. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 playing the small forward spot. Navarro off the dribble. Finds 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐶. 5 seconds left. Silang tatlo lang nagpasahan on this possession. Malakas. Esguerra.
Ito yung Lacap.
Oh, nahataw siya sa likod dun. Actually, that was Vince Sarmiento. Someone's gonna get teed up here, I think.
Might be Coach John.
Hindi, warning lang.
A good defense being brought in by Sarangani. That dribble drive offense by Marikina, they've been playing the past few possessions, has been unsuccessful. They're closing down on anyone, especially the inside. So they're forcing Marikina to shoot it from the outside. But even those outside shots, they're trying to follow and close out. So they're really making a lot of stops. They've only forced 7 points in this quarter para sa Marikina.
Marikina opting with more speed, inserting Louis Vigil, who's now playing as a power forward in this lineup that they have. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. Inasahan si Navarro. Catch and shoot free. Lelan Estacio clears it for Sarangani. 42 seconds left. Pwede pang dagdagan ng Sarangani lamang nila dito. Ludovice working on Renzo Navarro. Oh, what a pass! Sliding in. 2 points plus 1 galing dito kay King Destacamento.
A textbook pick and roll being played by Ivan Ludovice and King Destacamento, finding him on the inside.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Ganda nun. Ivan Ludovice was able to time it perfectly. That's actually pretty hard. It's easy to go a pick and roll, but when to pass it for a perfect timing, Ivan Ludovice was able to show us how to do it.
3-point lead. Navarro's pass deflected. Ludovice hits the deck, recovers, picks himself back up. Last shot time for Sarangani with 10. Foul on Marikina. They are in penalty.
An incidental foul galing dito kay 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒. He wanted to switch, but Ivan was trying to get that ball, so they accidentally hit each other.
So pwede pang i-extend yung kalamangan dito if Ludovice could make his free throws. Marikina had 29 points in the first quarter, but just 7 here in the second. Tale of 2 quarters. Biggest lead by Marikina earlier was at 14 points. Ivan, pasok parehong free throw. Marikina will use their last timeout of the half to map out a play to end the second quarter. We'll be back.
𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way of winning out the game. Each nine in the final over the game, can they make magic? 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 wins the game.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Happy to have you with us. Daming fans dito sa ating venue, One Arena in Cainta, Rizal. Just the second time overall in a regular season game na meron tayong, na meron tayo dito sa Cainta. Sarangani, gagamitin din yung kanilang, buzzer to signal that ito 9.8 seconds left. 𝐒𝐏𝐋𝐔𝐒 getting all the way to the half court. 5 seconds remaining. 𝐒𝐏𝐿𝐻𝐒, same spot. No. Put back, wala pa din. The tip-in is good for Lander Cannon.
Good activity coming from Lander Cannon. Never gave up on that play. 1 second remaining. Yet he had the right timing for him to tip it in. And more importantly, just to cut this lead to 3.
Daming fouls to give ng Sarangani, but wasn't able to box out Vigil and Cannon. That's just in the nick of time. It will count for Lander Cannon. And much needed basket, especially with how Leland Estacio has waxed hot here in the first half, particularly here. 10 points, 4 rebounds, most of his damage coming here in the second quarter.
We were talking about him that he would be the main scorer para dito sa Sarangani. We see that in what he's been doing. He has the ball a lot. They create for him a lot of off-ball screens, and he has answered the call for him to be able to score 10 points in the first half para dito sa Sarangani.
That's why they are in the lead at the half, 41-38 over Marikina.
Sa Visayas, sa Mindanao, MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Welcome to the opening of your 2026 MPBL regular season. It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
One Bataan Risers. And now let's all welcome Bulacan Cuyas. Next, Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. The Manila Batang Quiapo. And now let's all welcome Marikina Big's Burger. Up next, the May Kawayan Marilao Gems. Next, the Pasay Voyagers. Ladies and gentlemen, Pasig City. And now let's make way for the Quezon City Black Bulls. And now for the MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights. And now Valenzuela Dark Horse. For the reigning and defending MPBL champions, the Abra Solid North Weavers. Your Caloocan Batang Kangalu.
Wow, and that's our...
Wow!
Napawaw ka.
Oo.
Ako napawaw.
I just want to greet our MPBL fans present here at the Alonde Sports Arena. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Sabik na sabik nang makita yung ating South Division teams.
I should the place. Lahat sila nakatingin ay
Bacolod Mascara. The inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Athletics. Basilan Steel. Moving on with Cebu Greats. Jensen Warriors. Here's the Imus Yankees. Now the Iloilo United Royals. Here's the Mindoro Tamaraws. The Negros Hacienderos. Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Sarangani 10-act. Here's the South Division back-to-back champions, Quezon Huskers. Now, your Binyang Tatak Gel Beast, motorcycle Mega Wagi.
grab the opportunity na habang kaya niyo pang maglaro, give always your best. And to those players that have different agendas, this league is not for you. Trust me. With my great honor and pride, I now declare the Marikina Pilipinas Basketball League Season 8 open.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao.
Million shot, Vince Doroteo. Good luck! Eto na! 17 seconds pa yan. Galingan mo, Vince! On your feet, One Arena, Kainta! Ay! 8 seconds! Isa na lang, Vince! Ay! Woo! Talaga naman! Alright, palakpakan natin si Vince Doroteo. Come on! Thank you for joining, Vince. Talaga naman, good effort. You will be going home with a Sports Plus jersey. Again, thank you very much, Vince Doroteo. At syempre sa ating mga kaligan.
Sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Dahil sa husay ng bawat isa, sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama.
Score natin at the half, labang ang Sarangani over Marikina 41-38. And Marikina got off to a really strong start, 9-0 at their biggest lead at 14 points. Sarangani made their comeback here in the second quarter, Coach Juanito, kung saan Marikina was held to just 9 points after coming away with 29 in the first 10 minutes.
That's where they struggled in the second quarter. The energy and the defense of Sarangani was just too much in that second quarter. So ang ganda nung habol ng Sarangani. The struggles on the offensive end really was seen on the side of Marikina. The size of Sarangani was a big trouble, and when they could not get the 3-pointers going, they really could not get their attacks inside because of the size and the length of Sarangani. One guy that really helped them out, itong si Brian Lakap on the side of Sarangani in terms of their offense.
Nelen Estacio, Brian Lakap with 10 points apiece to lead the charge for the Sarangani tenacity. Carlos Calabre had 6, including a 4-point play. While for Marikina, Louis Vigil with 11, followed by R.R. Casajeros with 7. Naka-5 puntos din. Ito si Ed Dakiwag. Very tight game. And, two teams that want to improve their win-loss records from last season. Pareho itong matagal na sa liga. Sarangani made the playoffs once. Marikina as well under Coach Elvis Tolentino, but they're entering into a new era. And they have some pieces here. Escoto is joined by Ace Liamson, Lander Canon, Jeff Javillonar, and Louis Vigil. While Sarangani with Ivan Ludovice, King Destacamento, Chadi Rangel, Lela Estacio, and Mix Pascual. Short jumper, no good. Vigil rebound for Marikina. Pass outside, Piabson, matulis yung tira. Long rebound ending up with Louis Vigil.
The outside game still not going the side of Marikina. They were 5 out of 21. Make that 5 out of 22 in today's ball game. Make that 5 out of 23.
Yun, daming mintis galing sa labas. Gandang two-man game naman. Escoto running circles around the defense. Finds Lander Canon for 2 plus a foul.
Actually, that's a rare time we saw them create for the inside. It's a good two-man game. Textbook pick and roll, pocket pass coming from Escoto. Late help. Galing dito kay Destacamento, foul in the bucket for Lander Canon.
Sa Chayon, tingin ko. Binantay free throw, 41 all. Nice release pass. They reset their offense. Destacamento colliding with Ace Tiamzon. Tiamzon picks up a second foul.
I just noticed one guy who is not suited up para di Sarangani is Lars Sunga, but he is on the sideline, so we get to know if he is injured, he is here in the venue.
Pascual flips it up, can get that one to fall. And then gives up a foul to prevent a fast break.
Not the best execution on the side of Sarangani. That is not how they got their runs.
Tied game at 41 apiece. Second deadlock of the ball game. Dentro Escoto. Skip pass, Louis Vigil. Turns down that outside shot. Now works with Lander Canon. Hindi may pagpag yung depensa ni Leland Estacio. 6 seconds sa kailang shot clock. Time zone. Sinubukan ulit yung tres. Wala pa din. Pero may foul laban kay Ivan Ludovice on that rebounding battle.
I like the way that Leland Estacio is moving his feet. He's not allowing any drive for Louis Vigil. And usually there's a shorter guy or a taller guy dito kay Louis Vigil. On the same height, medyo nahihirapan pala si Louis Vigil in getting those attacks.
Vigil, extra pass. Havillonar turns down an open shot. And it turned out to be a good decision. As he scores, balik ang kalamangan sa Marikina.
And a good bump against Chadi Rangel for him to be able to get that space to get that shot off. Good help, but just better offense galing dito kay Jeff Havillonar.
2 minutes gone by in the third. Layong tres galing kay Pascual. Lista mo na!
He has always had a green light. A little space reminds me of JB Casio in our earlier game. Pero home court to. So iba ang gana nito ni Mix Pascual in today's ball game.
Now he has the basketball. He's definitely thinking about it. Entry pass, Rangel. Hook shot, no. Escoto. Bounce pass to Tiamzon. Numbers for Marikina. Ace Tiamzon absorbing contact and will earn himself 2 free throws.
He's a struggle in this ballgame. He is 0 out of 4, but hopefully this free throws can get him going. But one guy who has been going in today's game, there's an extra push, there's an extra motivation. It's the homecoming of that guy, Mix Pascual.
His proud father, always watching him, Sir Edmond Pascual. And he was really looking forward to Mix Pascual come back here. Dito sa court na kanyang kinalakihan. MANNY is the digital wallet built for the community. Mix Pascual played for San Sebastian. Was actually part of the Gilas youth before. Played for San Beda in high school. Jamson papaltan muna dito ni Ed Dakiwag.
Patuloy ang struggles ni Ace John, 1 out of 2. You see everybody on the bench holding on to his head, trying to motivate him. We do know the capabilities of Tiamzon, but today it's been a struggle for him.
Inside, Estacio forcing his way in. Will earn himself 2 free throws.
I think Estacio is enjoying his spotlight here in Sarangani.
The game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Estacio makes good on the first free throw. Very stacked din kasi yung lineup ng UST. Although he had some chances to crack into the rotation, but Nick Caballero was there, Fortsky Patrigao, Jello Crisostomo.
Yeah, very deep lineup on the side of UST. So, and for a guy that can play multiple positions, it's not really the way Coach Pido handles things. But, you know, that's the beauty of the MPBL. If you troop on over, biglang lumalabas yung laro mo. It's like guys like Simon Sandago, who didn't get a lot of minutes for FEU, goes to the MPBL, suddenly becomes a superstar and an all-star. So might have the same storyline para dito kay Leland.
Pascual gives up a foul as Ed Dakiwag made his move. Counselor Elvis Tolentino.
Tumawid.
Oo. From Marikina. Coach of the Jensen Warriors.
You are from Cainta.
Oh.
How far is Marikina from here?
Lapit lang. Mga give or take mga 15 to 20 minutes.
Kaya marami tayong Mariqueños pala na nandito.
Tatawid lang talaga, literal. Tatawid ka lang ng ng Marcos Highway. Boy Alves coming in for Sarangani.
Really interesting how long this Sarangani team is. I didn't really notice because during the preseason, they were giving Lars Sunga 30 to 35 minutes per game. So now that he is injured, they're forced to play a lot more longer, which actually has a different flavor to it.
Yeah.
Nahihirapan pa lang mga kalaban sa haba nitong Sarangani.
Oh, meron silang sariling sampayan brigade. Uy, yun lang. Technical foul against Carlo Escalambre for flopping.
Fresh off the bench. You see the frustrations coming from the players of Sarangani. No need for that because that was already a stop on the side of Sarangani.
Yeah. They had the momentum. Instead, they give Louis Vigil a chance to tie the game with this free throw. Patiin ko lang din, nanonood si Coach Mike Perez na may panahon pang bulahin tayong dalawa. Akala daw niya isa sa atin yung in-interview ni Lyra kanina.
Ang mas tanong doon, kailan ba hindi nanonood si Coach Mike?
Kaya nga eh.
Yun ang tanong doon eh.
Lahat yata ng laro sa MPBL, pinapanood nun eh.
Updated.
45-44. Baseline inbound. Oy, nakalusot si Jeff Havillonar.
Good knockout play coming from Jeff Havillonar. You know, you always like his movement off ball. Itong si Jeff Havillonar, and he was able to find an opening there.
Ludovice. Working on Jetro Escoto. He was able to draw a foul against him.
And one of the teams really relying on the physicality of the ball game. Little reject coming from Ivan, pero naka-recover itong si Escoto. So no other option for Ivan but to use his body to his advantage, and he was able to fish for a foul.
First free throw for Ivan Ludovice is good. Tabla ulit, 46 apiece. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Exactly 4 minutes gone by in the third. Another lead change. Escoto to Havillonar. Being given space. Now the switch. Havillonar trying to punish Ludovice down low. Met by 𝐒𝐏𝐿VES. Great help defense. Tatakbo dito ang Sarangani. Escalambre pulls up. Silky smooth jumper from Carlo Escalambre.
A specialty of the house para kay Carlo Escalambre. When he gets up, it's a special time for Carlo Escalambre. It could have been a highlight on the other end, but too strong on the spin para kay Louis Vigil.
Ludovice wants a horn set. Navigating through a plethora of defenders. Nahanap niya off the left. Escalambre though, this time he misses. Escoto. Nahanap si Vigil. Early post up against Escalambre. Trying to spin baseline. Havillonar turns down the shot. Escoto will not. But can't get that shot to fall.
There's going to be a pull on the side of 𝐒𝐏𝐿VES. Or is it oh, it's going to be on Takeshi.
Yeah. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
You know, it's not all the time will we talk about a fast break that's a jump shot. But if you're Carlo Escalambre, who has that lift, who has that release, then it's a basic shot for you. Carlo Escalambre extends the lead to 3 para dito sa Sarangani.
Ludovice. Another foul. Both teams are in penalty. So back to the line for the former San Beda Red Lions.
It's not the first screen that's scary on Ivan Ludovice. He uses the first screen to read what the options are. And on the second re-screen, dun niya inaatake yung kanyang defender. So that is the way he reads the defense. And he has gotten a lot of fouls from this quarter, from that kind of reads.
Doon siya magaling eh, no? Hindi siya kasing shifty or flashy mag-dribble compared to other guards. But alam niya paano mag-navigate through a series of screens.
That's right. It's not just a screen, it's a screen to a re-screen and then attack.
Disconcerting. So, dalawang free throws ulit.
Swerte.
I honestly, oops. Mukhang may technical foul. Or just a warning against Angelo Nebres. I don't get why some people, sa first free throw pa lang, they commit that kind of violation. Yung tatawid ka lang, no? And then...
Just to bother.
Oo, diba?
To mind games.
Yun nga, in the process, you give him another opportunity and that's exactly what he capitalizes on.
Some of them forget that we're on the pro levels. You can do it probably on the barangay level, an intertown, maybe sa mga panalay. Pero dito, where you have 3 referees, you have a multiple dozens of camera, you have all our chiefs here. So medyo mahirap gawin yan on the MPBL level.
Maging 2-4-2 at the line. Duduvice, spinning off. Timaho, may foul. Sino mapipituan? Si Marilao, oo.
There might be a push on Danny Marilao on the box out.
Both teams over the limit. So, binabati lang po namin si Jasmine Dulce. Galing kay Miguel Perey. Ang ating game announcer pala yun. Ay, Lars Sunga in street clothes. Deo Timaho at the line. Alam mo bang may sarili ang Facebook page, Mr. Suave?
Talaga?
Oh,
I have to be able to follow itong si Deo Timaho. Pero ang linis nung pagkakabigote nitong si Deo Timaho eh.
Naalala ko, mas makapal yung sa'yo dati.
Diba? Kaya tinanggal ko na.
Timaho, sablay yung pangalawa. Alves having trouble with the leather. Foul away from the ball.
It's on the denial. Carlos Calambre.
Quite unfortunate because they are in penalty.
And it was already a good double on the blind side. Dito, they already got to double Coy Alves from the back. So could have been either a 5-second violation or Coy Alves was going to be forced to throw that basketball. Kaso off ball ang naging foul. It was on the denial of Carlos Calambre.
Carlos 6 in the first. Nice to see him back in fine form after suffering that injury that forced him to miss out a year.
Good recovery. Sana dito kay Carlos Calambre. Looks to be in good shape for him.
Pasok pa kayong free throws. Biggest lead of Sarangani. 6 points, 53-47. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third. Sarmiento. Balik kay Ed Takiwag. Nothing really happening on this possession. Takiwag will force up a shot. Ball will stay with Marikina.
There's been no options on the side of Marikina. It's been all one-on-one. It's either Vigil or Takiwag or Estacio forcing that one-on-one. They try to go for a 2-man game pero wala talaga masyadong nangyayari sa opensa nitong Marikina lately.
Timaho running into traffic. Bagsak si Marilao at si Deo Timaho picking each other up.
Once again, that was another one-on-one on their side.
Pascual straight but long. Coy Alves, offensive rebound. Caliano is in the game. Kakapasok lang for Sarangani. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Coy Alves settles for a jumper. Got back his own miss. Pascual. Floater. Not a good shot, really.
A lot of good options on the side of Sarangani, but they could not make a shot. And on the other end, 4 versus 3. Then the Kiwag was lucky that he will be able to get a foul here. Maybe something could get going for Marikina after these free throws.
Yeah, that was a hurried shot by Miggs that time. And, he will be replaced by Brian Lakap. And Takiwag. 3 minutes remaining in the third. It's good on the first free throw. Meron niyang poster dunk dati nung nasa UST siya eh. Di ba? Naalala ko, kung daw nagkakamali against an FSA pa yun.
I have to remember this because I do remember a lot of poster dunks pero hindi ko masyadong maalala nung kay Ed Takiwag. I have to.
Oh, hanapin natin yan. Alam kong meron eh. Hindi FSA, basta meron. As in against a notable player. Much like how Kiefer dunk against
Yes.
si Karim Abdul, di ba? 1 second left. Mintes yung tres ni Brian Lakap. Abilionar. Sarmiento, pinasahan si Timaho. They swing it to the other side. Everybody touching the basketball on this possession. Vigil ending up with a post-up. And he draws a foul. 2 free throws again for Louis Vigil.
Better offense on the side of Marikina. A quick ball swing, gumalawang depensa, able to get a foul on the post is Louis Vigil, and that's how you want to play basketball. You want everybody to be a threat on your offense, and Marikina, as deep as they are, they have to be able to utilize everybody on their offense.
Vigil swishes in the first free throw. 12 points, 3 of 5 shooting from the line. Close game we have between these two squads. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Uy! Dinuwa palabas pero si Vince Sarmiento nakawala. Oy Alves got lost in the shuffle. And Marikina trims the gap to 2, 53-51.
Marikina is also getting some luck here. Right place at the right time para dito kay Sarmiento. But those are really big buckets for them to continue to cut into the lead. They had a big lead in the first quarter. Yet after Sarangani getting the lead back, hindi pa nakakabawi ang Marikina dito.
Lock up at the line. So, yung una. 54-51. There's Jelo Nebres. Nakakatuwa sa crowd natin ngayon. Di man naka-uniform nga si David Licao. They have definitely tuned in to basketball.
Yes.
Diba? Walang umalis eh. Halos puno pa rin yung venue.
But it's good that we got a good ball game.
Yeah.
Gumanda yung laro. And there are actually a lot of big basketball names when we're talking about it. Vigil, 𝐒𝐏𝐒𝐿. These are names that have already given themselves respect here in the country. But Brian Lakap is continuing to make a name for himself.
14 points. Timaho tries to answer. Too strong. Lakap grabs the rebound. Time winding down in the third. A minute and 30 left. Lakap will take it. Well challenged by Ed Takiwag. Louis Vigil. A challenge up top. Timaho and Louis Vigil on the deck.
I was going to say that was a friend to Louis Vigil. The open court is his comfort zone. But a good challenge up top on Louis Vigil. Not a good fall on him, but seems to be a little shaken up. Pero mukhang okay lang naman, Louis Vigil.
Manny Marilao challenging him well. Cutting the angle on that drive.
They haven't really found the right pieces, the right five from Marikina. Yeah. We continue to talk about how deep they are, a lot of big names, pero hindi pa nila mahanap yung tamang combination here in this lineup.
Yeah, actually si Renzo Navarro papasok lang ulit for Marikina. A push by Deo Timaho.
The numbers right here, Timaho only with 1 point in the ball game. Ito namang si Casajeros with 7 at least. Lindayan only with 0. But these are the guys that we're used to seeing donning that Marikina jersey and really giving a lot of numbers.
Coach Jelo Nebres wants to challenge that last foul called on Deo Timaho. Things not looking well after a hot first quarter for Marikina. We'll be back for the result of Marikina's challenge.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Tila ba'y nagkakaisa? Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
After the review, the challenge was successful.
Kaya naman pala nag-challenge si Coach Jello. Tingnan natin Bumagsak
wala. Wala. That's a good challenge coming from him. Actually, there was no push yet. And there was already a fall coming from Carlos Calambre. He has to be careful though. He already got teed up for one taking a foul. So two might mean an ejection for Carlos Calambre.
Caliano down low. Lock up. Try to back down Renzo Navarro. The help came from Marikina.
It's a good defense coming from Louis Vigil from the back.
Vigil in trouble. Got bailed out with a foul. Tutungo ulit siya sa 15-foot line for 2 shots.
He saw the size advantage against Charles Caliano. So he continued to post. Tried to hesitate a bit, baka maiwan, but Caliano stayed in front. So he continued to attack on the left side. Eventually was able to get a bump galing kay Caliano. So that's gonna mean 2 free throws para dito kay Louis.
Vigil is only 4 out of 7 after that make from the line. Uy, si Steph Benito. Pinapanood nga pala si Renzo Navarro. Congratulations to the two of them. They recently got engaged.
Congratulations, kapatid Renzo.
Yes.
On your engagement.
Counselor Coach Elvis Tolentino.
Di mo alam kung bumibisita para sa Marikina, nagsa-scout para sa kalaban.
2-in-1.
Just a fan. All in one eh. All in one.
Tama. Parang kape lang. Lock up. Inasahan si Coy Alves will not take the shot. Instead, he drives to the hoop. Laying it up and in.
Communication on the defensive end. One wanted the switch. One wanted the follow. In the end, naiwan si Coy Alves mag-isa.
Time winding down in the third. 2 seconds left. Double cross. Navarro high off the glass and in.
The same miscommunication on the other end. There was a look on Coy and the other man. Magsiswitch ba tayo? Help ka ba? Susunod ka ba in the end? Sa kakatingin nila, naiwan si Renzo Navarro for the layup. Let's watch this again. Coy looking at his teammate. Switch. No help. Danny was late. Easy layup for Renzo Navarro.
Between the legs, crossover. And the drive to the basket. Renzo Navarro gives Marikina a shot in the arm. They're still down into the by 4, heading into the 4:59-55.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
Steps back into the game. What a commitment can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even up the game. 9 in the final moment of the game. Can they make magic? White Cloud wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Magandang gabi mga kaliga na nandito po sa One Arena in Cainta, Rizal. Almost a full house. A lot of people on a Monday night, always a good sign. Just our 3rd day dito sa ating Season 8 ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Miss Carla Estrada is here in attendance. Fourth quarter, about to begin. Caliano, kasama si Danny Marilao, Alex Desoyo, Boy Alves, at Ryan Lakap. Lakap backdoor cut. Wild shot. Fight for the basketball. Bumagsak si Lakap. Nasa kanila pa rin, but shot clock is winding down. Did not hit the rim. Desoyo. And Cannon comes away with a miss.
Hit the ring.
Lander Cannon! Ayun lang. Naunahan siya sa pwesto ni Boy Alves.
Oh, that is called cannonball. Because of how strong that bomb is. Pati si Lander natawa sa kanyang ginawa.
Bang!
Ayun. It's a good call. It's a shoulder down. Koi was already set and ready to take a charge. Pero nakakatawa kasi it's the body of Lander that added a lot more power to that bomb. You know, on a normal basis, that would be called for a charge, but it wouldn't be a fall like that. Pero malakas talaga si Lander Cannon.
Saka as soon as may pito, alam na ni Lander. Kaya nga, wala na din, hindi na rin siya nagreklamo eh.
Pinalo na lang niya yung pader.
But making up for it, coming away with a stop. Vigil for three, book it!
Well, slowly but surely, Louis Vigil is heating up in this ball game. He has 17 points in this ball game. And it's a very efficient clip for Louis at 5 out of 11.
Pushing foul against Marikina. Skip pass from Temajo.
Louis Vigil likes this matchup. Every time he sees Charles Caliano, it's either attacking it or when he sees it's a late closeout, he's shooting it up top. So he has scored at least 7 points against Charles Caliano. That's why it forces Coach to actually substitute and put back in itong si Ivan Ludovice.
Sarangani 7 out of 22. 6 of 27 naman ang Marikina from the 3-point distance.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Louis Gonzalez, who is watching
Lagi
as
din yan.
well.
Lagi yan.
Yan ang mga masarap kausap tungkol sa MPBL. Coach Louis, Coach Mike.
Right.
Sinagasaan daw ni Lander Cannon.
That is an understatement. Then at Estacio to beat the buzzer, can get that one to fall. Pagkakataon na makalamang muli para sa Marikina. Navarro, pocket pass, Cannon, yes! Plus a foul!
A good answer coming from Lander Cannon. Ayaw nabanggain. So this time around, he says, okay, I'm gonna go for a floater. He got the bump, got the float. More importantly, got the basket and the foul.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. And you like how Renzo Navarro set up Coy Alves there. Got him out of position. That's why he picked up a foul against Lander Cannon, who completes the 3-point play. Lawang na ulit ang Marikina, 61-59.
8 points, 4 rebounds for Lander Cannon. Very good minutes coming from him.
Ludovice to Destacamento. Estacio drives, lost it. Vigil. That's going to be a sportsman-like foul, yeah.
Now, that's something you don't want to do at this point of the ball game. It's pretty much just emotions and not quick thinking coming on the side of Sarangani. It was a 2 versus 2 opportunity. They thought that they could stop, but when they have the advantage, you are going to be called for an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. This was frustration more than anything else. Pagbigay ng foul doon ni Coy Alves.
What you don't want is this is a chance for Marikina to extend their lead at 2 free throws, and then eventually the ball possession will come back to them. At ang pinakaayaw mo dito when Louis Vigil gets his confidence in, because this guy just gets hot in an instant when he gets his baskets going.
Vigil short on the second, 6 out of 10 from the line, but he has a total of 18 markers. 62-59, 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Renzo Navarro working on Ivan Ludovice. Pulling up for three. No. Cannon with another rebound. Vigil shot fake. Shot down by Estacio on that drive attempt. Navarro. Avillonar. Pinasahan si Takiwa. Bubukol sa tres. Short. Another offensive rebound by Marikina.
No need for them to rush. They want the best shot possible with 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Vigil lines it up. Yes, sir!
You like the patience, you like the execution. You look at the five Marikina, all are veterans. Navarro, Vigil, Cannon, Dakiwag are all guys who have experienced a lot in basketball. This time around, 8 seconds on the shot clock. They wanted to create for the best shot possible, which was Louis Vigil on the wing.
Timeout Sarangani. We'll be right back.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
Back with us here inside the One Arena in Cainta Rizal, where things have definitely picked up, especially with Louis Vigil, who has 20 points, 7 boards, and really has helped itong Marikina regain the advantage. Score is 65-59. And Louis Vigil, lone guy in double figures for his squad, but collective effort nonetheless for Coach Jello Nefres boys. How will Sarangani respond? Mix Pascual sent back in by Coach John Calios. Walang mapasahan si Estacio sa taas. Pinuntahan niya muna si Brillantes. Hand off, papunta kay Ludovice. Gets to his spot and scores.